Before your next leadership decision, make sure you ask yourself these three questions because most preventable leadership failures, they don't come from bad intentions or either a lack of knowledge. Sometimes they do come from a lack of knowledge, and sometimes they really do come from bad intentions. They come from major decisions based on unchecked assumptions. The first question is, what am I actually working from? What data do I have in front of me? What information do I have in front of me? Is there any validity to this information? Is the information reliable? Did the information come from a valid and reliable source? Those are the things that you have to ask yourself when you are getting this information. And when you are investigating how you got this information, write it out, take notes on it. Question two, when you sit down, you have to be able to bring the collective group in. Do not operate in a vacuum. Maybe sometimes you might be the only person who is in charge of your organization. You may have to operate in a vacuum. Seek somebody externally that can help you with making these decisions. Whenever I make decisions inside of my company, I'm always integrating my wife, even though she's a partner of it, or either I'll ask my children, I'll ask my friends who can bring a different perspective other than a psychological perspective, an industrial organizational psychology perspective, or either my military background perspective. And I'll be like, hey, what do you see inside of your workplace? Would this really help you? And I love seeking out the devil's advocate. The devil's advocate is like the grace, man. That individual right there has looked at your situation from different angles. And I'm like, tear it apart because I want to know if I stress test this, where will it go bad? Question number three. If I make a decision and it goes wrong, I have to own it as a leader. That's what I do. I made the decision to execute. And then I have to be able to look at what is the cost and can the company recover from this decision? I have to be able to say, is it low reversible or is it high reversible? I've got to be able to look at how much resource do I have to put in to fix this error? Because if it's a heavy commitment, it's got to be fixed. And that is why I love to look at preventing the error. I don't want to be reacting to bad situations. I want to prevent situations by stress testing them before we execute on them. That is the whole entire purpose of research and design. You test your models to make sure that they work before you take them to market. That's when we go back and we say, am I executing on belief or am I executing on knowledge? Where's that gap at? So, which one of these steps have you skipped? And did things go bad or did things go right? Tell me in the comments. If you don't want to tell me in the comments, go to my website, get my email, send me an email. My phone number's on there also. Text me, give me a call. Let's talk about your situation and follow along on Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday for new tips, new information. Because Monday, it's all about that knowledge, the know. Wednesdays, all about the be. Friday's always about execution and to do. I look forward to seeing you in the future.